Good day, grade 10 students. Welcome to our Math 10 class. And for today's video, we're going to have the continuation of our discussion about finding the probabilities of events. Pero for this video, we will be discussing conditional probability. Pero bago tayo magsimula ng pag-define ng conditional probability, bigay muna tayo ng ilang examples na mag-i-introduce po ng konsepto ng conditional probability. Okay? So a fair die is rolled. So that will be our experiment. So the first question is, what is the probability that the outcome is 4? So nag-roll ka daw ng fair die, ano ang probability na yung outcome or yung result po natin ay 4 yung lalabas. Okay? So obviously, napakadali naman ito. So sabi natin, cardinality of your event A over the cardinality of your sample space. So yung ating denominator is obviously 6 kasi 6 yung pagpipilian kapag nag-roll ka ng die. And then, yung ating numerator is the cardinality of your event. So, ang event natin, dapat daw ang lalabas ay 4. So, obviously, isa lang naman yung 4 doon. So, I have 1 over 6 para po sa probability ng event na ito. Okay? So, punta tayo doon sa other questions pa. So, yun pa rin po ang ating experiment. Pero this time, what if someone hides from you the outcome but tells you that the outcome is an even number? So, tinatanong ngayon, what is the probability that it is 4? So, halimbawa, ako alam ko naman yung sagot, pero tinago ko lang sa'yo, nagbigay lang ako ng clue na it is an even number. So, tinatanong na ngayon, ano yung probability na ito ay 4? Okay? So, kung maiisip nyo, obviously, magkaiba yung sagot natin sa unang problem tsaka doon sa pangalawang problem. Okay? Bakit? Kasi, nabanggit ko na dito sa clue na yung outcome natin ay even. So, ibig sabihin, yung denominator natin, okay, ay mababawasan na. 3 na lang. Kasi 3 lang naman ang even numbers doon po sa ating mga numbers sa isang die. Okay? So, ang numerator pa rin natin, probability that is a 4. So, isa pa rin yun. So, we have 1/3. Okay? So, again, nabago po yung denominator natin kasi may condition tayo na dapat daw yung outcome. Okay? Nagbigay ako ng clue na yung outcome natin is an even number. So, 3 yung even number doon sa ating die. And then, numerator natin is 1 kasi daw 4 po yung kailangang maging result. Okay? And then, yung last natin na problem, if again, the outcome is hidden from you, but you are told that the outcome is even. So, ganun pa rin, the outcome is even daw. So, hindi mababago yung denominator natin, 3 pa rin yung pamimilian. Pero this time, ang pinapahanap is the probability that it is 5. Okay? So, 5, alam mo na ang 5 ay hindi po even number. So, yung ilalagay natin sa ating numerator is just equal to 0. And 0 over 3, alam natin na ito po ay equal lamang sa 0. So, the third problem, yung probability po natin para dyan ay equal lang po sa 0. Okay? So, you may ask me now, bakit kailangan kong ibigay itong mga problems na to? Kasi po, dito sa simpleng mga problems na to, i-introduce po sa atin yung konsepto ng conditional probability. Kasi, kung makikita nyo dun sa ating last 2 problems, meron po tayong mga conditions. Dito sa pangalawa, if someone hides from you the outcome but tells you the outcome is an even number, so that's the condition. And then, tsaka pa natin na state yung pinapahanap sa atin na probability. And then, sa third one, ganun din, if again, the outcome is hidden from you, but you are told the outcome is even. So, that is your condition. Okay? So, nagbabago, syempre, obvious naman, doon sa mga sagot natin dito, na nagbabago po yung answer natin kapag meron na tayong mga conditions doon sa ating given problem. Okay? At ganun po, nagwo-work ang ating conditional probability. So, let's have this one. So, let A and B be 2 events from the same sample space with probability of B should be greater than 0. Okay? So, dapat daw po yung probability ng ating B or nung event B natin lagi po ay greater than 0. Bawal maging 0. Okay? So, the conditional probability of A given B. Okay? So, probability ng A given yung ating event B denoted by this. Okay? So, P of A given B. Okay? Is given by this formula. So, to get the probability of your event A given your event B, equal lang po yan sa probability ng A intersection B over yung probability ng ating B. Okay? So, that's the reason kung bakit po yung P of B dapat po ay greater than 0. Okay? Kasi nasa denominator siya, bawal po yang maging 0. Okay? Kasi magiging undefined yung ating answer. Okay po? So, take note lang po natin if we're talking about conditional probability, kapag meron ka pong probability of A given your event B, ito po ay kaiba po sa probability ng event B given your event A. Bakit po? Kasi dito sa una, ang atin pong magiging denominator, doon sa formula natin kanina, ang denominator po natin ay yung ating probability of your event B. Tapos dito, ang magiging denominator natin is the probability of your event A na obviously magiging magkaiba naman po yung answers. Okay? So magkaiba po yung dalawang yan kahit na parehas naman po ng events na involved. Okay? So para mas maintindihan natin yung konsepto pa ng conditional probability, ito po ang ating ilang examples. So 200 survey respondents from 2 barangays, Santolan and Bangahan, were asked which of 2 brands they preferred. The survey results are shown below. So ito po yung table na nagpapakita nung responses noong ating 200 na respondents. Okay? So, ito po yung nagpa-prefer ng brand X. 90 sila lahat. 50 from Santolan, 40 from Manggahan. Ito yung nagpa-prefer ng brand Y. Ito yung total ng Santolan, total ng Manggahan. Lahat po sila ay 200 all in all. Okay? So, tingnan natin yung ating mga problems. So, if a person is picked at random, what is the probability that this person prefers brand X? Okay, so sinasabi ko na po, itong first question natin is actually not a conditional kasi isa pa lang naman po yung tinatanong dito. So, ang sabi lang dyan, nagprefer po ng brand X. So, tingnan natin, ang may gusto ng brand X, total po is 90. So, we have the probability na gusto ng brand X. So, syempre, yun po ay yung event na nagfe-favor, yung cardinality ng event na nagfe-favor doon sa ating given. So, we have 90 over yung total po natin. Lahat-lahat sila ay 200 respondents. Okay? So, simplify lang po natin ito. Divide natin parehas by 10. We're going to get 9 over 20. Okay? So, yan po yung probability na the person that you chose prefers brand X. Okay? So, puntahan natin yung kasunod na mga questions. This time, if a person is picked at random, what is the probability that this person prefers brand X? Diba? Kanina prefers brand X lang, 9 over 20. Pero this time, may condition tayo. If it is known that this person is from Santolan. So, yun na po yung condition natin. So, obviously, mababago na po yung ating magiging answer. So, ang condition mo, that person is from Santolan, probability na he prefers brand X. Okay? So, sasabihin ko na po, para po dito sa given na ito or sa example na ito, since meron tayong table na pwedeng maging reference ng sagot mo, okay lang po na hindi natin gamitin yung formula. Okay? Mas madali nga kapag hindi ginamit yung formula kasi baka malito po kayo. Okay? So, ang sinasabi natin, yung probability na gumamit ka ng that person prefers brand X given na siya ay taga-santolan. Okay? So, yun yung hinahanap natin. So, ang sabi dyan, eto yung condition mo. So, tingnan mo muna, ilan ba lahat yung mga taga-santolan? Mga taga-santolan po lahat ay 130. So, that will be your denominator. Okay? So, parang doon ka na lang kasi titingin. Kasi yun yung condition na dapat munang isatisfy bago mo kuhanin yung probability. Okay? And then, syempre, yung numerator natin is ilan ba yung nagpa-prefer ng ating brand X na taga-santolan. So, meron po tayong 50. So, we're going to have 50 over 130. When simplified, ay equal lang po sa 5 over 13. Okay? So, alternatively, kapag gusto nyong gamitin talaga yung formula natin, so, sabi doon, diba, you have P of A. So, gamitin natin X intersection S over P of S. Okay? So, yung una, yung probability na taga-santolan siya, so meron tayong 130 over the total which is 200. Tapos sa numerator, intersection po ng brand X at saka ng santolan, ito po yung 50. Okay? So, that's 50 over the total which is 200. So, kapag may complex fraction tayo, kung parehas naman yung denominator mo, pwedeng i-cancel mo na yan. So, lalabas pa rin na ang answer natin is 5 over 13. Okay? So, any of the two methods, pwedeng tingin ka na lang sa table kung meron naman, or kung walang table, you can always use yung formula natin. Okay? Let's proceed with the third one. So, if the person prefers brand X, so that will be the condition. That person prefers brand X. What is the probability that he or she is from santolan? So, ito yung sinasabi ko, binaligtad naman. Kasi yung kanina, ang condition natin, dapat siya ay from santolan, probability that he or she prefers brand X. So, this time, your condition is he or she prefers brand X. Pero ang pinapahanap sa atin is the probability na he or she is from santolan. So, kanina, ang sagot natin is 5 over 13. Pakita natin na magkaiba talaga yung lalabas na answer. So, the first one is yung ating notation. So, P of this time, we have S given yung ating X. Okay? So, yung ating pong condition ay yung ating dapat nagpa-prefer siya ng brand X. So, ilan lahat sila nagpa-prefer ng brand X? There are 90 respondents. Tapos, ilan ba sa mga taga-santolan ang nagpa-prefer ng brand X? That will be the intersection of the two events. So, meron po tayong 50. Okay? So, when simplified, is actually equal to 5 over 9. Okay? So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na magkaiba yung dalawang answers kapag nagkapalit na po kung alin yung conditions natin kasi nagbabago po ang ating denominator. Okay? Any questions or clarifications you may ask sa webinar or send me a private message. Okay, so let's have another one for this. So this time, find the probability that a respondent prefers brand Y given that he or she is from Manggahan. So, mahalaga po na alam natin kung alin yung condition. So, yung term na if, 'di ba? If, and then kung ano man yung kasunod niya, nagpapakita ng condition. So, dito, wala tayong nakita na if, pero may nakita tayo na term na given. Okay? So, given that, so yun yung condition natin. Okay? So, given that he or she is from Manggahan, that will be your condition. And ang pinapahanap na probability ay he or she prefers brand Y. Okay? So, yung notation natin is brand Y given na siya ay from Manggahan. So, ilan lahat ang from Manggahan? So, we have 70. Tapos, ilan ang nagpa-prefer ng brand Y na taga Manggahan? Meron po tayong 30. Okay? So, when simplified, magkakaroon lang po tayo ng 3 over 7. That will be our final answer for this one. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo, fraction pa rin yung sagot natin kasi fraction yung formula. And then, meron ka lang namang values for your numerator and denominator. Pag ganon, fraction na po in lowest term ang ating maging final answer. Okay? Okay, let's move on with our example number 2. So this time, wala na pong given sa akin na table. So a fair die is tossed 5 times. If the last 3 tosses are even, what is the probability that the first 3 tosses are 4? Okay, so yan, kitang-kita naman natin na meron tayong condition para dito. If the last 3 tosses are even, so yun yung condition, ito yung pinapahanapan ng probability. Okay, so unahin natin syempre yung pag-define ng mga events natin. So, eto, gawin nating event E, kasi dapat even. Tapos, yung eto ay gamitan naman natin ng F para sa 4. Okay, so para dito, pinapahanap po sa atin yung probability na 4, yung last 3 tosses, given na yung last 3 tosses po ay even numbers. Okay, so ibig sabihin, using yung formula natin, should be the probability of F intersection E over yung probability po ng ating E. Okay? So, ayan. Ang ating pong experiment is a fair die is tossed 5 times. Okay? So, napag-usapan naman po natin madalas yung pagtotoss ng fair die. So, alam natin 6 possible choices, pero 5 beses po nating itotoss yung ating die. So, magkakaroon po tayo ng 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 or 6 raised to 5. Okay? So, later on na lang natin i-simplify yung 6 raised to 5 kapag nag-simplify na tayo ng final answer. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, yung atin pong cardinality ng sample space natin is 6 over 5. Okay? So, sulat ko lang dito. Unahin ko na yung pagkuha ng probability ng E. So, ang denominator niya is 6 raised to 5. Okay? Tapos, ang event E natin, the last 3 tosses are even. So, ito yung 5 natin. Dapat daw yung last 3 tosses natin ay even. So, ibig sabihin nun, by multiplication counting principle, sa unang toss ay 6, sa pangalawa 6 pa rin ang pagpipilian, pero sa pangatlo ay 3 na lang kasi even numbers ay 3, sa pang-apat ay 3 uli, at sa pang-5, 3 uli. Okay? So, wala naman nakalagay dyan na dapat distinct, kaya wala tayong binabawasan. Okay? So, yan po ang probability natin ng E. Kasi ito yung ating event E. The last 3 tosses are even. Okay? So, pwede ko nang ilagay ito. Tsaka ko na lang isa-simplify. And then, okay, so punta tayo ngayon doon sa ating probability ng ating intersection. So, the probability of F intersection yung ating E. So, again, ganun pa rin yung cardinality natin. Tapos, yung ating event F kasi daw, dapat the first 3 tosses are 4. So, yun lang yung papalitan natin. So, dahil 4 dapat yung first 3, sure tayo, isa na lang yung pwede kong pagpilian dyan. Okay? And then, syempre, yung last 2 tosses natin, manggagaling pa din doon sa ating even numbers. Okay? So, 3 pa rin yung ating even numbers. So, eto po, yun ang ating magiging numerator para dito. And then, 6 raised to 5. Okay? So, pag nag-simplify tayo dito, alam natin, pwede ko na makancel ito. So, ang matitira na lang sa atin ay 1. Tapos, pwede ko na tanggalin yung 1, pero ang natira na lang ay 3 squared or 3 raised to 2. Tapos, dito, pwede ko siyang gawing 6 squared, tapos 3 squared times 3. Okay? Para lang madali ko makita yung mga pwedeng i-cancel. So, pwede ko na itong i-cancel kasi parehas 3 squared. So, ang natira na lang is 1 over 6 squared is 36 times 3. So, I have 108. So, this will be our final answer para po sa ating problem number 2. Okay, so meron akong hinanda ditong examples 3 and 4. So, paki-take na lang ng picture nila. Tapos po ay try nyong sagutan. And then, sa ating first part ng webinar ay ipapakita ko po yung solutions natin for examples 3 and 4 before we proceed doon sa ating kasunod na topic about independence. Okay, so this is example number 3, still on conditional probability, pero meron tayong mga values na given and in decimal. Tapos, this will be your example number 4. You're asked to find the conditional probability of A given B and conditional probability of B given A. Tapos, ito yung mga given sa atin in fraction form. Okay, so pakitry sagutan at magtatawag po ako sa ating webinar para po mahingi ko yung answers ninyo. Okay, so kung naiintindihan niyo naman na po lahat nung diniscuss natin about conditional probability, pwede na nyo pong i-try sagutan yung activity number 1 natin. So you have to do page 243, letter B, numbers 1 and 2. Okay, so do this by 2s or by 3s. Okay, so sana po wala na mag-individual kasi by 2s or by 3s na po yan. Wala na magsasabi sa akin ng, Miss, pwede bang by 4? E di, adiin nyo sa dalawang grupo kung 4 kayo, di ba? Para by 2s na kayo. Okay, so ang deadline naman nito ay Friday pa po ng May 20, 11:59 p.m. So kung may question kayo tungkol dyan sa conditional probability, pwede nyong itanong sa akin sa webinar. Or kung sure na kayo naintindihan nyo, pwede na po kayo mag-start gumawa. Okay? And that ends this pre-recorded video. Thank you so much for watching and see you sa ating webinar on Friday. Bye-bye!